this is a feel of how I'm shooting it.
Oh.
Just in terms of it's heightened reality. So the whole feel is heightened reality. But the seventh day, I've never seen them, but I know their philosophy. I've seen guys as a kid, I've never really paid that much attention. But you think in the end they're pretty straight in terms of their dress and their approach, because they're trying to sell people to join the clan.
They don't want to frighten you.
Yeah.
You know, and they come to my door. I always let them in, and I always talk to them, and I'm always polite. It's like saying a friend of your mom's come and visit, you know, and I'm always.
But they can bow ties and.
Yeah, well, maybe glasses. I don't know. You know, even a white. You know, and then I wrote down white shoes, white belt. There was that period, you know.
Right.
There was white belt, white shoes, white, or you know. But I like glasses, and I don't know. Well, I don't know. The haircut, I thought because. Even if my top is one thing, but I think around the ears where you know that somebody means business.
Trim it.
Yeah,
just
very,
okay.
You know, really like, you know, almost.
What a shave.
Well, like, you know, real short side.
Yeah.
And then maybe some kind of mysterious thing, like I have broken my hand or something. I have a cast, or I have something like that.
No, good. I love all that stuff.
And the what?
I love all that stuff.
Okay.
But just the way you talk to me now, this thing,
Right.
when you see this location we're shooting, this is like you're on another planet.
Yeah.
I love the idea of that hand with the bandage. Yeah. Tom, you know what you're saying with this strap around it. But so there's something not quite straight in terms of your life, even though, and I think it's a great character because this movie is such a mixture of colors and foreseeing the future. Like Domino, she's always flicking this coin.
And that becomes a character. The coin's a character.
The coin becomes a character. But the Valley of Fire is where we're shooting. I'm going to put a title on saying, is that be called the Valley of Fire?
Oh, yeah, that's very biblical. Is it really called the Valley of Fire?
It's really cool.
Oh, yeah. Oh, great city of life.
So this ties into this religious thing we're talking about.
Yeah. That's good.
But it's funny, I see, but rather than being a full-on Seventh Day Adventist, there's something when you've got this bandaged hand, and there's something that you're a wannabe Seventh Day or something.
Yeah.
And so, but when you're standing in Minnesota, and all of a sudden you get this fucking vision, you get in your car.
It was like a phone call.
It's like a phone call.
Yeah.
And
I knew.
She's been flicking this coin for the whole movie, and when you come up, you show the same coin.
Oh, I have the same.
It's a 1952 quarter.
Oh,
so that's what I thought was good here.
Oh, yeah. It's like her fell out of her dimension and into mine.
Exactly.
So,
and she's always flicking it like that, and she says, if it landed tails, I'd have died, but fortunately it landed heads, so she survives. So we have these big shootouts where you see her get blitzed, fucking blood and shit, and everything rewinds because the coin landed fucking heads. Right? So you see, she said it could have gone this way, but instead you see the coin land, it went the other way, and it rewinds, and
I love that.
We've got brilliant fucking characters. I used all these kids from the 18th Street gang.
In L.A.?
Yeah, I gave them lines and parts.
Oh, man, that's heavy.
10 of them in a fucking room, and their wardrobe is just their sunglasses and their tats and these fucking shotguns but I didn't just have them as extras. I used them like little portraits of a landscape, and I gave the second in command. I gave him a whole scene, and he was great. So it's funny, I populated the movie with such interesting faces and colourful because when I do movies, I do a lot of research.
Yeah.
And I always like to educate myself in that research and educate the general public and say there's another world out there. And the general public is so used to their understanding of the other world comes from television and movies, and it's so wrong and jaded. And people are lazy generally in our business, and they don't go out and do their homework. And this doesn't have a category. This movie doesn't really have a box, and that's what I like about it. Because they're always going to say, well, "What the fuck is it?" Because it's so funny, it's so dark, it's so dangerous, and it's so emotional. It touches all these different buttons in different ways, and most of all, it's got violence and humor, and so it's got all these extremes, and all these extreme characters that launch this story into this other orbit. So I don't know, it could be a fuck up, it could be a failure, but I hope not.
No, I know it's not gonna be. No, it's got the dust on it.
I hope, man. Well, you put your dust on, we'll fucking.
I hope I can live up to this.
You will.
I was writing some things down. My thing with records, it's always writing, and You know, so I was just writing about the, and descending upon the garden were thousands of winged insects, and they came not 2 by 2, but in a horde. And they came from the east, and they blacked out the sun, and they took 14 days to pass, and when they had gone, the earth was barren, a barren desert. And the Lord said, there is a ladder of life, and the creatures that are closest to the earth shall remain at the lower depths, and man shall have dominion over and take his place in the hierarchy. And the Lord saith, there is a ladder of life, and the creatures that are closest to the earth shall remain at the lower depths, and man shall have dominion over and take his place in the ladder. And the Lord said, I'm a jealous Lord, I'm a spiteful Lord, and I'm a wrathful God. And, you know, that kind of thing.
Is that from you, or is that?
That's from me, just thinking about Revelations. You know,
Brilliant.
to help me with.
Well, that's a great intro to this. here. Then we got to get into the story aspect of.
Even if we were all sitting in the truck, do we all get in the truck?
No, the truck's
or...
fucking upside down.
Oh, their truck, but not my truck.
Oh no, at the end you get in and drive off. Now your truck, I got away because I thought playing this, what we're doing the preacher, I gave you an old caddy. Yeah.
Caddy's good.
That's what I'm trying to get in right now. It's about three hours.
Father-in-law's car.
Right, but I'm taking the roof down. Convertible. It's an old sixer. You get in this.
Oh. We can sing, purify me, purify me, purify me, purify me, purify me.
Yeah. Before it was a truck, because there's a different, well, we never really thought about who the personality was. And I said, I got to do so.
Yeah. This is all the way from Minnesota plates, yeah.
Yeah, Minnesota, exactly.
Yeah, good. Oh, I like that.
But Tom, just the way you're talking to me and you're delivering this, that's how I see you doing it in this environment. Yeah, just the way you were delivering. And even whether you're sitting on a box or sitting doing this routine.
Oh, good.
Yeah, but I'd love to see how you, because that's how you sing as well.
Yeah,
it's the same, but how do you find with the rest of these words if you start with that?
Well, we just feather them in. We just go right to them. So you did not return this money. That was
the way you started, because this is a little stiff, so you might, based on what you did, so you might want to put your spin on these based on this. Do you find?
Oh, I see. So weave some of the
or just the vernacular way the way you ran it. So run the last passage of this about the insects.
The insects, and the Lord said, "There's a ladder of life. The creatures that are closest to the earth shall remain at the lower depths. Man shall have dominion, take his place in the hierarchy." The Lord said, I'm a jealous Lord, I'm a spiteful Lord, I'm a wrathful Lord.
No, you said, so
if you do not return this money, that's a good place to go, right?
It's a good place, yeah.
You don't return this money, you will all die. You will all die. How many are there?
There's 5 of them.
Oh, yeah.
There's these 2 kids from 90210. Remember that's TV?
Oh, yeah.
These 2 kids there, and they're the hosts of this reality TV show. And they're all fucked up. One's got all his nose busted up and there's fucking blood and shit down.
Oh, wow.
And then we've got Keira Knightley. You know, she is.
Oh, yeah. She's
right.
Yeah.
And Mickey.
Oh.
And then this kid, this first time from Venezuela, who looks like Jim Morrison.
Oh, you said he's doing like Jesus.
He's going to do. Oh, yes.
He's naked.
I storyboarded this. This is me drawing you this morning. 4 o'clock this morning. I was trying to draw you in the desert.
Oh, that's good.
So I do storyboards every day. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's the upside down truck.
Oh, man.
And this is my rendition of you.
Oh, that's gorgeous. Well, we're right on the same page here with the traveling salesman, the button down, I think we have a parallel.
But I think the only place where we're sliding a little bit is that what you said, the 7th day with a bow tie. What I feel is it's almost a wannabe 7th day. So therefore you think, well, why the fucking bandage and the blood leaking through it? And why the stubble? So there's something, it's a wannabe. But I love the idea that your life is conducted by that idea of wannabe the 7th day. And so everything that you believe in, you think about. But at the drop of a hat, you're in Minnesota on some fucking doorstep, and he said, I gotta go.
It's that kind of zeal. Isn't that what you people are looking for? That kind of zeal? I'm auditioning for you.
Exactly.
There's guys that are probably at the top of their field in this that aren't taking the kind of instruction that I'm taking. So that's good. That's how you get into that business.
Yeah. So he says, I drove across country and you had to be here to save the life of this child or something.
Oh, now I'm gonna have to read the script because I tonight, because I read it months ago, and I couldn't find it now. So
Don't worry. But listen, no, don't this because this character is a standalone, but he comes at a great point in time, and he summarizes what we've just seen, and he foretells the future.
Great.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be here.
Great. Yeah, me too.
Should I write this out or should I do it in the tape recorder or something?
No.
Purify me. Will you purify me, purify me, purify me?
So I'll hold in the back.
Purify me. Will you purify me? You can get around going.
Right. So where do you see all these fucking seventh Advent days?
Well, they come to my door.
Really?
Yeah.
Where you live?
I live way out in the sticks in Sonoma County, up north of San Francisco.
Yeah.
I don't know how they find me. But once they come back.
Yeah.
Like feral cats.
Let's let them in.
They know I'm
It's like Jehovah's Witnesses.
Exactly. I'm the soft.
Do all that part.
I'm the soft touch. They know, and so yeah, I love it. But I've been living out in the sticks for a long time. I left L.A. 15 years ago.
But where are you from originally?
I'm from L.A.
Yeah. How's it New York? Because a lot of your songs are about.
Yeah,
about New York.
I lived in New York for a while.
Okay.
Yeah, but mostly I'm L.A. My dad taught high school there for years, taught Spanish. I grew up all around.
But I just pulled just some tunes up for me. But Jesus gonna be here.
Oh right.
I thought that's really.
Jesus gonna be here.
I mean, when you're walking across the sand over to her, I don't know whether you're interested. Or Downtown Train's got a great melody line too. I mean,
all right.
And cold ground. I mean, this is all off one album. I'm sure I'd sit. Yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe I could try to improvise a song. Now, the Purify Me thing is just
No, so I'm thinking if when we're done and it's cut, if I could actually go sit with you and go through your music and say, what do you feel about putting this?
Oh, I'd love it. I would love it.
Just purchase this track from you.
Oh yeah, I'd love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see you walking. Jesus is going to be here because it's very in keeping.
Oh yeah.
The word. It's literal, but it's great. But you're walking across the sand.
And it's so empty. It's an empty song.
It looks like it's exactly.
Yeah.
It looks like you're on the fucking moon.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, there's only one other instrument on that, the guitar. Wow.
Yeah.
Real naked and
but
good.
One that I remember was Cold Ground.
Cold Ground.
No, that was live recording, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So what we should do is get you to bed as soon as we can. But what I'd like to do is do a wardrobe with you now.
Yeah. Let's do it.
And then in terms of haircut, it just feels like a trim.
Yeah, right.
But you like the idea of not going full on Seventh Day, don't you? Of being a
I love the idea of a wannabe. Yeah.
Wannabe, and you've got a bottle hidden in the car, and you've got some fucking drugs hidden somewhere.
Yeah. Or maybe even a gun on me. I don't know. Because I'm a scary guy, but hey, we're all in progress. I mean, I'm a work in progress. I'm not finished. I'm not in the kingdom of heaven now. I'm on my way to heaven, So
That's great. I'll see the gun somewhere when you bend over in one of these suits.
I was sitting out in the back, a big thing sticking out. Jesus, he's got the wound.
But see, I always love when there's a story in you. Maybe you don't cross the T's and dot the I's.
Yeah.
You leave them thinking.
A non sequitur.
Non sequitur. But that's why that's why this movie is good, because it's a continuation of hopefully those pieces are lucid enough for the audience to stay with it and want to piece it together.
Yeah.
So this one.
Eat the corn. And you wind up at the lake. Yeah, that's good.
Hang on, let me get the kids. Now these. Tom, have a look at these. I'm going to break these down as well.
Okay.
Let me put